Georgian Presidential Palace, Tbilisi, Georgia, November 13th, 2004, 12:04 a.m. Find Kombay Nikolads and the Ark. Kombay Nikolads has returned to the Georgian Presidential Palace in order to retrieve a weapon known only as the Ark. Great risk involved in Nikolads' personal return to Tbilisi suggests its enormous value. Any threat posed by Nikolads or the Ark must be dealt with. Hey everyone, Grenade Launcher 101 here. This is the very last mission of the original Splinter Cell. And the only thing I have to say is this mission has a couple scripted parts, but as long as you're willing to maneuver around them, you should be just fine. Alright. And this whole mission is a breeze. Now that I think about it, there's going to be like one part here in the beginning where you're being sniffed out by a dog, and there's really not much you can do about it. It's pretty much, that part I guess is scripted in a way, but either way, I'll show you guys how to maneuver through that. So let's get to it.
Welcome back to Georgia, Bishop. Our cleanest path to the Ark is President Gustavi's record. Details on your own set. Where's Gustavi? Give me my word. Don't touch him. He's going to send him with the CIA. If Gustavi dies, the mission's over. Bishop, Gustavi has the entire palace on standing alert. If you spot it before you get inside, they'll lock the whole place down and you'll have to blow the plug.
You know, I also should mention that there's a gate that's keypad locked, but the only thing is you don't really have to knock him out because I know the keypad code by heart. I believe it's 2126. That should give you guys some insight on how to maneuver through all of this. So with that being said, we're going to get back into this. So here, I think you have to wait for this guy and his dog to go deep into the maze here. Just give both of them some time, and then you should be able to get far enough into the maze where you can like lure them out of the way so you can get through there and through a window to get to the next checkpoint just in time before they even catch you. So I think we've given them enough time here. So let's go through here. So we're going to stay right over here, because eventually the dog's going to sniff me out. Right? Now we have to wait for both of them to come over here. And you can come over here to see, and check to see if they're there yet. And as you can see, the dog is like sniffing me out right now. And I think the guard is following him. I believe so. I do believe that the guard is following the dog. Oh, oh, careful.
That dog is wasting my time.
Now get deep into the maze quickly as possible, and I just got spotted by a camera. Hold on 1 second, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Let's see. Alright. So now you're gonna have to like speed things up here because they will be coming back here soon. And since you don't want them to see you, you have to get like far enough away from them so that they're not really aware that you're gone. Which obviously is the point of this game. You're not supposed to let your presence be known. In fact, that applies to every other Splinter Cell game, really. But yeah, as long as you get the dog distracted and the guard distracted at a certain area and keep them distanced far enough to where they won't be able to see you, and avoid the camera seeing you as well, then you should be good to move on to the next checkpoint. Now here, one part is very, very tricky. So, just watch and learn here, I guess. So, once the enemies come over here, start coming over here anyway, these two lasers are going to disappear. And that gives you an opportunity to get over to this wall and stay sticking on it. Then they're going to open the door. Wait for two of them to come out. That way it gives you an opportunity to get inside here. Once you get inside, go right over here. And this probably is going to be a dead giveaway to him, but this is the only option I could find, really. So you're going to like shoot these lights out. And you're gonna go over here, jump, and then get over to this door as soon as possible. Now if you jump the way I did, then you should be able to get through that portion of the checkpoint just fine. We're going to let him cool down for a little bit before we move on. Now, you can go in here if you want. Now, if you don't want to, you can just easily pass by this. But in here, it has a couple items. One of them you're definitely going to need. Disposable pick. I'm not sure if we do need it, but it's there in case we do need it. Now over here, you're gonna have to do a big maneuver move here. Now just watch and learn.
Those aren't Dallas guards. Some kind of special forces. Georgian elite, probably Kristavi's men, which would suggest Nikolai's local. That affect my game. No, find those interrogation files. And Kristavi's men aren't going to be much friendlier than Nikolai's. You're authorized for lethal force.
Oh, he should not have seen me. That is a problem. Let me get back to you guys. Alright guys, I'm back. So yeah, that was a little weird. Normally that does not happen. Normally he just goes about his own business. But I guess due to the fact that I wasn't really quick enough, he did kind of see me. So we're just going to try that again.
Those aren't Dallas guards. Some kind of special forces. Georgian elite, probably Kristavi's men, which would suggest Nikolai's local. That affect my game. No, find those
Shit.
interrogation files. And Kristavi's men aren't going to be much
That
friendlier than
was bad.
Those aren't Dallas guards. Some kind of special forces. Georgian elite, probably Kristavi's men, which would suggest Nikolai's local. That affect my game. No, find those interrogation files. And Kristavi's men aren't going to be much friendlier than Nikolai's. You're authorized for lethal force.
Alright, so here is another keypad locked door. I believe this guy, you have to knock him out to get the door code. Luckily I know the door code, and here it's, no, don't look through optic cables. It's 70021. You're welcome, guys. So with that being said, let's move on. Get behind that thing while running, because he can still see you when you're in the light. So just be sure that when you run, you hide behind a certain piece of furniture. Now this guy right up here, you have to be very careful. Take the lock right here. Now don't worry about him, because he's not going to spot you. And because due to the fact that you're already in a dark enough spot there, it should not really matter if he doesn't spot you. So now here, watch out for the lasers. It's all about timing with those things.
Kristavi, sir, is that you? Nikolai and his men are almost at the library. We are continuing to hold back until he's actually inside. Sir, President Kristavi?
So now we have to wait for this guy. He's going to turn at a certain angle to where he can't see you. Because obviously we need to get into that laptop for some information on the Ark. And once he turns, you're free to slowly walk right up to the laptop to get the information.
I hate this kind of thing. What do you have? Interrogation, torture, and oh Christ! What? The Ark is a Saturn. A special atomic demolition munition.
You mean there's a suitcase about?
Yeah. I'll get back to you. The Ark is the mission, Fisher. Get it. It's in a safe inside a vault in the library. Locked by scanners to Nikolai's retina.
So I'm going to need Nikolai alive to see the Ark.
That's right.
So here, it's gonna take timing and positioning and lots of patience. So once he gets halfway through the hall, open this door, get right over here, wait for that door to close so that you can go back to the door and open it back up on the other side. So you're going to need this advantage point to be able to maneuver around him and the other guy that's on the big hallway. So here we're just going to wait and get right behind him. Make sure that the camera does not see you when you're doing this. Now he's going to do... Fuck. Hold on. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was a bit of a screw up on my part, but some details I forgot to mention is when you get back to this point, you have to go look at this optic cable so that this guy can come back down at this end of the hall. That way when he turns around and goes halfway past the hall, you can open this door. Now I'm going to say this now. Doing this right here gives you a better vantage point to maneuver around him. But not just him though, the other guy there that you just saw. So just do it well enough to where the camera can see him walking down here. Then once he turns around, fall right behind him. Make sure when you do this the camera does not see you. Get to a dark spot. Get right over here. And just go right over here. And now we're going to like wait this out. So this last part here before you head to the next checkpoint. This guy right here stands there and does whatever. And it's kind of a problem. Because when you go through those doors, he's obviously going to hear you. So, yeah. This is what I'm going to do here. Wait for him to come back. And that other guy in that small hall there to come back. And wait for both of them to turn their backs on you. Then open this door right here. Because the guy on the other side of the door is going to hear you. And he's going to investigate. Sort of, really. And then he's going to go on the other side here. Once that happens, just go over here. Wait for the door to close. He's going to have his back towards you. Mostly so that you can maneuver around him. Now, when you get up to the door, use his camera jammer. Now, when you do this, he's going to stand. He's going to go back to his normal position and stand right there. And when he does that, just worry about this camera right here. Now, as you jam it, stay right behind this pillar right here, because you don't want him to see you. Otherwise, it'll screw over your ghost run. So just jam this up right here. And then you should be in the clear. That seemed a bit repetitive, but if you guys pull it off the way I did, you should be just fine. So now, the next two parts are plain and simple. Well, the only thing that's going to bug me, really, and it might bug you guys too, is one of the enemy AIs. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here once we get to that point. But basically, no matter what you do, the suspicion music is always going to go off no matter what. There's nothing you can really do about it. It's unexplainable. It's mainly something to do with the AI. But here we go.
We've reached the library. Nicholas is inside. Everybody is alert. We are retrieving the ark. We are ready to get out of here.
You see, it's just ridiculous. It had nothing to do with the fact that I was standing there, but more so rather me sneaking around here, just showing my presence in general. It's weird, I know. It's not something I can explain. It's really not something that you should worry about, though. So, if you're willing to disregard that, please do that, because it's really not worth your time. So now down here, we're just gonna wait for him to like cool down, if that happens. But as you go down here, this is where the scripted part happens. Soldiers are gonna come out and try and kill you. So you kind of have to like speed past them in a way. So like, but that's the first portion though. The second portion's a little trickier. And I'll show you guys that once we get there.
We have an intruder. Some kind of American commando. Get Nicholas into the vault and head down until we take care of this. These trains, they turned on us. Crystal is clear of open fire. We need that.
Did you kill him?
My God. Who are you?
What are you doing? What do you want from me?
Don't even worry about that. That's just something that's part of the game. Now you can get past this part right here, but it takes timing and speed.
Nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody move.
And you might end up losing health along the way. So keep that in mind.
Nicholas. And who's your friend? An American? Yes. You will give us the ark.
I am not God.
You will give us the ark.
I honestly don't know what you are speaking of.
Kristavi knows it is a nuclear suitcase bomb, and he knows you have it.
But where that man? Does he know that it is already in America?
What?
The ark is not here.
Keep talking.
The only thing in this boat has to be true. The bomb itself is in America. If we stop my freedom, I will tell you where to find the ark.
Give us the activation key.
This spy has the key. This American. You'll have to take it from him. I can give you the location, but only on the condition of my safety and freedom.
Agreed. You two, escort Mr. Nicholas out of the library. You. Who are you?
Don't talk, Fisher. We're arranging for a blackout in 5 seconds. Make the most of it.
Give us the key to the ark. You can hand it to me, or I can take it from your corpse. You have 5 seconds to decide. 4 seconds. 3, 2.
See what I mean? You end up losing health along the way.
Yes. Get that in with that information.
Now, don't do what I just did and knock him out with the sticky shocker. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's your choice. But it really does make things easier on you when you know you're about to lose health. So this last part here is really easy. Sneak past some guards, shoot down Nicolaids, sneak past guards again. The last 2 guards are a little tricky, but I'll show you how to maneuver around them.
The American is carrying intelligence vital to the safety of our nation. If captured or dead,
That was stupid. Okay. We're just gonna ignore the fact that that happened there. Don't mind me, guys.
the American is carrying intelligence vital to the safety of our nation. If captured or dead is our highest imperative.
So once you get past him, climb up this pole right here. Try and hurry up here because guard is obviously going to come back.
Let me be as clear as possible. Snipe Nicholas from there. Do it now. Don't miss. You probably won't get a second chance. Sharp work, Fisher. It's starting to get scarce. That data you're carrying is velocity. Velocity what? Nicholas's threat against the U.S. Our highest priority right now is keeping what you're carrying out of enemy hands. The Osprey's waiting.
So now we're just gonna get past him and try and run over here as quickly as possible. Because this is the darkest spot that you're going to be in, and the other side of this table as well. When you move up, make sure that that guard is out of your line of sight, or his line of sight rather, so you can get over here on the other side and stay hidden right here. Because the guard is obviously going to come around the table and investigate.
The kitchen and dining hall are clear. The assassin vanished.
So now, once you get past him, go right over here and you're done. Ooh, that was a tough journey, guys. That was a real tough journey. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this whole ghost walkthrough. I hope these videos have helped you in some sort of way possible. And I'm gonna let the credits roll out. But yeah.
An 8-story apartment building and surrounding 4 blocks in Holtgate, Maryland, were evacuated today by the National Guard. Authorities cited a gas leak as the reason for the evacuation, stressing that today's events had no relation whatsoever to Combine Nicholas or the Georgian information crisis. Holtgate, less than half an hour from downtown Washington, D.C., will since the recovery and confirmed identity of President Combine Nicholas's corpse 5 days ago. Palace guards fatally shot President Nicholas in the midst of what appears to have been an attempted ousting of acting President Varlam Kristavi. In a press conference this morning, U.S. President Bowers lauded the American people for their courage.
We were injured, we stumbled, but we did not fall. The world knows no hardship or terror that American tenacity cannot overcome, and so I extend my deepest admiration to every U.S. citizen of the world, to every civilian and every soldier standing firm against the terror and tyrannies of wicked men. History will not forget your resolve. History will not forget your resolve.
Dad, what's going on? You haven't laughed since the Reagan administration.
We have kept the bright flame of American freedom burning throughout the world. May God clear our feet and strengthen our minds for the work to come.
So, I'm gonna mention this now. I've thought about, like, doing the PS2 versions of Chaos Theory and Double Agent, but it's like, if I'm going to do that, I have to, like, try them out first. see if those see if the first part of both those games work out well. And I'm obviously gonna have to do some like tweaking, like probably lots of tweaking before like actually recording the videos. So like we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. And if you guys want to do this like chronology wise, if you guys want to watch this series chronology wise, it's recommended that you go watch the next game that I've done, Pandora Tomorrow. No one else has really done the crappier versions of Pandora Tomorrow, that being the GameCube and PS2 version. Well, in a ghosting matter. So if you guys want to watch that, feel free to do so. And as for Chaos Theory and Double Agent, we will see. If I upload a video to Chaos Theory, you guys will know. You'll know, because it will be right on my channel. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And like I said, I hope this ghost walkthrough has helped you out in some sort of way possible. And as always, this is Grenade Launcher 101 signing off.